Salud. Welcome to another edition of the Houston Roundball Review presents Let's Talk Houston Rockets. Sunday night or Monday morning in New Zealand or the Philippines or South Korea, China, or other members of the LTHR family watch this show and tune in and participate in the conversations. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Let's get it. It's official. Have y'all popped champagne, popped soda, popped your favorite beer, popped your favorite beverage? If you have, I hope you got a sip of it. I know you got to go to work tomorrow, but still, get you a sip of it in your favorite Houston Roundball Review mug. Here it is. It's official. And I'm going to go through most of the press release because some of it was unique. It is the first press release that I can remember from the Rockets media in a while. I'm not saying it has never happened before, but it's a rare time that a Rockets press release about a trade has quotes from the head coach and the general manager. Check it out. Brandon, how you doing? Brandon, man, where you at, brother? It's nighttime. Did I say good afternoon? I hope I didn't. But salute to you, Brandon. Thank you for being here. That's it. Hefe, how you doing, my man? KD is home. As I said, y'all know his name. He's Kevin Durant with a little bit more colorful language in the middle. And yes, it is official. All the machinations of it, 7 teams were involved. But as far as Rockets are concerned, I'll get to this for the Rockets. Thriller, how you doing, brother? Glad you're here. Did not have a folks talking sports earlier because I want to get KD conversation here tonight. 9 o'clock Central Time is pretty much going to be the time for Let's Talk Houston Rockets until the season starts. Let's go with that. Tom, how are you? Tom is a Coug alum, Coug fan. Thank you. I think that's right, based on your participating in Thursday's show. Thank you for bringing this up before I get into all the info on the slide. Yarrow, I asked this afternoon, and nothing has been finalized yet regarding KD. Rafael Stone is going to talk to the media Monday afternoon. Monday, I won't be able to make it, but Rafael's going to talk to the media tomorrow. KD and Clint, but everybody cares about, no offense, Clint, but folks want to hear from KD. So nothing set etched in stone yet when Kevin Durant's going to have his official intro press conference with the Houston area media, because I expect it to be a full packed house for Kevin Durant, the future Hall of Famer. But the Houston Rockets today announced that they have acquired forward Kevin Durant and center Clint Capela via a 7-team trade with Atlanta, Brooklyn, Golden State, the Lakers, Minnesota, and Phoenix, of course. As far as the Rockets are concerned in the trade, the Rockets' outgoing elements from the trade include to Phoenix, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the draft rights to Kaman Malawach from the 2025 NBA draft, a 2026 second-round pick, most favorable of OKC, Dallas, and Philadelphia, and Houston's second-round pick in 2032. To Atlanta, Rockets are sending David Roddy, cash considerations, and the right for the Hawks to swap their second-round pick for Houston's in 2031. To Brooklyn, the Rockets are sending a 2026 second-round pick, least favorable between the Clippers and the most favorable of Boston, Indiana, and Miami, and Boston's second-round pick in 2030. Lastly, the Rockets are sending to Golden State the draft rights to Jemai Meshack from the 2025 NBA draft. Now, here's the stuff I was talking about regarding quotes from Rafael and Ime. This is very, very rare for quotes to be included in a trade by for the Rockets. Quote, Kevin impacts the game on both ends of the court and is one of the most efficient scorers in the history of basketball, said Rafael Stone. We liked the growth our team showed last season and believe Kevin's skill set will integrate seamlessly. Having, quote from Ime, having played against Kevin and coached him before, I know he's a type of competitor who fits with what we've been building here in Houston. His skill level, love of basketball, and dedication to his craft have made him one of the most respected players of his generation, and my staff and I are excited to work with him, end quote. Back to Rafael. Jalen's basketball journey over the past 4 years, from entering the league as a teenager to becoming an established NBA player, played a major role in the development of our team and organization. Off the court, Jalen's kindness and commitment to teammates, coaches, and staff were important parts of our culture. Dylan's impact was significant to the team's growth over the past 2 seasons. Every day, we asked him to lead by example with his toughness and intensity. Time and again, he delivered. Both Jalen and Dylan are beloved throughout our organization. We're very grateful for their contributions on the court and in the community and wish them all the best, end quote. Your thoughts on that, comments? Hefe said it, and I agree with Hefe. It's interesting that Rafael and Ime made statements regarding in this trade because minutes before the Rockets PR people made it official and announced the details of the Kevin Durant, Clint Capela coming to the Rockets trade, they announced the Cam Whitmore Wizards Pelicans trade. No quotes from Rafael or Ime about Cam in that press release, but you saw, and I read them, plenty of comments from Rafael about Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks and Kevin Durant. Make of that what you will. Brandon says all is well. Do I think KD is going to make a trip? With KD, who knows? Who knows? So, okay. Solo says, looks like KD is going to wear number 7. Okay, that per Rich Kleiman. That's cool. Justin states he believes they're giving KD the respect in a way by writing official quotes. But why the stuff about Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks? They didn't say anything about Cam Whitmore in their press release about him. Derek, how are you doing? See, with Grant Hill of Detroit, well, the fireworks are starting to pop. Detroit, well, Grant's coming home for part of the Pistons working with the WNBA franchise. He's part of that part of the plans. Joseph, disagree, Joseph. Because honestly, if a team, personalities, personal feelings aside, all that kind of stuff, if an NBA team, truly, if an NBA team would have offered the Rockets a first-round pick for Cam, I'm pretty sure they would have accepted it. Regardless of what Cam wanted to go and what Cam's people wanted, no. If an NBA team offered the Rockets a first-round pick, they would have accepted it. Tony, how are you doing, Tony? Good move for future players that want to come here. We'll see. This is interesting, man. Like I said, when I saw the quotes, I was like, oh, this is from Rafael? What is this? Mr. Big Texco says, Cam didn't do nothing to deserve any quotes. Okay. That's there is that. Justin states, maybe they wanted to get ahead of any rumors or speculation and giving KD his respect as a player with the quotes. It's unique. It's not a bad look. It's just different. That's all. So, I mean, I hope they didn't do it because Ime won't be available for Kevin's press conference. I hope that's not why I did it. But, you know, it's a nice professional look. Ime's quotes about KD playing against him, coaching him, things we all kind of knew. And then Rafael's comments about Jalen Green and what Jalen did for the franchise and the locker room and all that kind of stuff. Dylan too. Okay, I mean, it's nice. No, all right. He said that I saw that too about Phoenix and the deal. They wanted the picks rather than Cam. I'm saying, folks, is this truly this? I'm gonna put this name on the screen because the title says the Herb Baker. Truly, the Herb Baker, who I went to high school with, that Herb Baker, the Herb Baker who has my cell phone number, who was always good enough to give me some quotes about high school area kids when they commit to UH or Rice or TSU, that Herb Baker. Oh, we got a legend in the discussions for tonight's show, folks. This is a legend. That dude is a hooper. That dude is a pro. Played ball overseas, made good money. And as a coach, coaches these youngsters in the area, helping them develop their craft. That Herb Baker. How about that? Nadine, how are you? Glad you're here. Missed you Saturday. Glad you're here tonight. Saturday, Sunday, where you are. But yeah, this is impressive. But, it's good. The comments, Tony, Rockets playing some chess. It's good. It got some room to add a veteran to the roster, which I think they will. Yaro says Cam Whitmore barely played for the Rockets, so they couldn't have much to say about him in quotes. That's true, but they could have made something up. I mean, they could have put a positive spin on it, and we wish Cam the best of luck with the Wizards. He has a lot, whatever. Coach speak, GM speak, spin. They could have if they wanted to. They just didn't. I mean, it's not a great look to have quotes all the time in press release about a trade. But anyway, so, but I hope KD has a press conference this week before the Rockets head to Vegas. I hope. I mean, it's not tomorrow. And I think everybody's going to leave probably Wednesday. So kind of cutting down the possibilities, but we'll see. So, yep, it is. Much love, brother. I need to talk to you some point, hopefully this week, man. We need to get in touch again, chop it up again. So, yep, the Herb Baker. Much well deserved, man. Well deserved. We go back a long way. Long way. Durant, how you doing? Should have traded Cam for Jaylen Brown and Derek White. Why would Boston do that? Edward says we gave up Cam Whitmore for a pair of dirty, torn, ripped up socks. So, it is true. I'll say this. If I find out more specifics, I'll talk to Herb. Herb might know some more details about some of this stuff going on. And I talk to him. But if I hear some more details and specifics about Rockets, if they got a first round pick for somebody else and they said, no, we're going to do Cam a solid and send him to the Wizards, it's possible. That's possible too, but I'll find out. And if I have to, if I'm able to share it, I will. I share stuff I can share, and if I can't share it, then I won't. So, but I'm really Herb. You chime in, man. with your thoughts on it, because he might have a different take on this than me. But I don't see why Rocket fans are not happy with Clint Capela signing. There's nothing wrong with having another big. 3 bigs, especially when one of those bigs isn't going to play in back-to-back games. So then you're going to have 2 bigs. Clint Capela is a better version of Jock Landale. Jock Landale, he played sometimes, not often. Many times this past season, when Ime called on him, he played well. But it wasn't a lot. Jock didn't play a lot of games. Clint role might be similar. So what's wrong with that? I don't see it. And I hope it's on Clint. Now he's going to get paid regardless. Clint understands what he's coming into. Say, Clint, you probably won't get a lot of minutes consistently, but this is our plan for you. Okay, I'm good with that. Fine. Devrick says about Malcolm Brogdon. We touched on it, that was part of the conversation of some of the previous shows. Says he saw something about the Rockets signing Malcolm Brogdon, but I think he'll believe it when he sees it. He likes having Clint back. I'm just love. I still have a picture of Clint Capela when he wore a Wakanda Forever jersey from years ago in the locker room. Love that jersey, man. Love that pick of Clint right there. So, let's see, what was we could have got based on what? Luke Kennard signed, I think he signed for the full non-taxpayer exception of $14.1 million. Rockets used that on Dorian Finney-Smith. So they weren't going to get that. Luke wasn't going to take less than that if he get that from the Hawks. So Edward just upset they didn't get another shooter. Well, they still have a chance to do that. I mean, this is July. The Rockets aren't done with the roster. And I think they will address those. And at some point later this month, August, September, during the season before February, if they feel that there's an area of weakness or an area for improvement needed, they can make a trade. Just because this team is on July 6th does not mean it's going to be the team for the playoffs. Tony says he's happy with Clint. Somebody is going to get hurt. That's true. The odds are high on that. Solo is glad Capela is back. Justin, Clint is still a live threat. Like I said, I have less of an issue with Clint being here. I don't, Jayshawn Tate and Aaron Holiday, those two returning, I could do without them. And I understand they're good in the locker room and nice to have veterans, blah, blah, blah. But they could have found better dudes than those two, in my opinion. And they're good people. Good dudes. But, So, Yaro says this. Udoka playing big man. Yeah, he's going to do that. That's another reason for it. And we'll see if teams start figuring it out when they go triple big. And then the Rockets have to make an adjustment with that. Durantula, this is what they're talking about. Yes. The Rockets trust Reed Sheppard to take a major leap. There they do. They are counting on it. They're hoping for it. And I think it's safe to say they are expecting it. I hope Reed does it. He needs the confidence first in himself and then go from there. Just, Ime loves Jayshawn Tate. He does. He loves He loves veterans, good locker room players, team chemistry, understood all of that. There's probably other veterans around the NBA who could have come in and met a need, be a shooter for the Rockets, meet that need, and still be good in the locker room, I think. But there's still time to address that. King Solomon, how you doing? Appreciate you. Robert Mills putting it in all caps, speaking with his chest. Cam's in the rear view. Let's discuss these veteran options open to address a shooting guard. Do they have enough to get a decent player? Do we have any exemptions? Well, they have the one roster spot open. And the longer they wait, they're going to be veterans, especially veterans who don't have other options. And there will be the Rockets. I think y'all agree. The Rockets have positioned themselves to be one of the top teams in the West and one of the top teams in the NBA. So there will be some quality veterans, probably some sharpshooters, and say, hey, Rockets have a chance to go far in the playoffs, win a chip. I'm going to go there. Those kind of dudes may not sign until August or September. No rush. There's time for that. Ime is a win-out coach. Yes, he has gone from the youngsters to the veterans. He's a veteran-laden squad now, yes. And Clint is about $1.5 million less than Jock Landale for the guaranteed contract of $8 million, which the Rockets didn't do anyway. So, DPG, how you doing? Hey to you. Join the conversation. Appreciate you. Capela can't develop Şengün because Şengün is better than him. Well, I mean, he's going to back up Şengün. Yeah. It's going to be triple big, double big, triple big, and go from there. Clint's days of playing 30 minutes a game are over. Unless he has to. But consistently, game in, game out, those days are over. 15 here, 18 there, 20 maybe, 24 here, something like that. He can do that. But fourth, it was uneventful. Surprisingly, the fourth here did not have that many shotguns being fired and not too many fireworks going off at 3 a.m. Surprisingly. Oh boy, he would cost some money unless they bought him out up there in Portland. Yes, they sure did. He is part of the 3-team trade the Rockets had with the Wizards and New Orleans. They have his rights. He played in New Zealand. Actually, Terry, can you give a scouting report how he did this past season with the Breakers? Mojave, he's Mojave King, 6'5", 6'6". So him, Kevon Harris, kind of same kind of height, same kind of build. We'll see if he comes back comes over this year. Spent last season in New Zealand. Jeremy Grant, that's a lot of money right there. A lot of money. Revive his career. He'd be legit depth. Man, it's a lot of money on depth. A lot of money for him as a backup. No one specific, not a specific name, just the names we've kicked around here on these shows. But they have, I'm sure they got a list of folks. It's not going to be somebody that costs a lot of money. That's not going to happen. And I doubt it's going to be a younger player, one of these restricted free agents. None of that. So it's going to be a veteran. Might have, some ties with Ime from previous spots in the NBA, something like that. King Solomon saying he's excited for UH season to start. Talking about football, because, basketball, we got till November. We got almost 4 months before that starts. Looking forward to that season, too. Herb, if you're still watching, man, I probably want to have you on a show so you can tell everybody about about Bryce Jackson? I know you've seen him play. And that's the name we kicked around a lot, is Malcolm Brogdon. Yep. So, yes, they have freed up some money to make another move. That as well. Hefe says, interesting that only Rafael is speaking tomorrow. Well, it's tomorrow afternoon. Let me make sure of the time. I think it's like 12, 15, something like that. Let's see. Rafael is talking Monday at 12:45. 12:45. It's just him, not Ime. So that is kind of interesting why it's just one and not both. But well, no. CA37 asked a question. Did Amen become the face of the franchise this season? He hasn't yet. It'd be nice if he does. I mean, truly, the face of the franchise right now is Kevin Durant, Hall of Famer. But in terms of the youngsters, it'd be nice if Amen reaches that level. That'd be good. Do I expect they still do have Nate Williams for now? You know, you're talking about deep end of the roster. I think so. So Robert saying to you, I think so. They could, for me, they could have kept Nate instead of Jayshawn Tate. I mean, and I like Jayshawn Tate. I do. Nothing against him as a ball player, as a person. Rockets could have got somebody better than him. I mean, come on. They could have. Marcus Smart, be a veteran backup. That's possible. Rockets have options. And the Rockets, as y'all now believe, and I do too, are a team, a championship contending team. So the older players, those veterans who want a chance to compete for a ring, many of them will have the Rockets high on their list as an option for that backcourt. So I don't have a concern that the Rockets won't add and address that backcourt need. That will be filled. Just a matter of when. This is not a case of I don't know when, I don't know soon, like I knew and I said that Cam was going to be traded soon. I don't know anything about signing Malcolm Brogdon, Marcus Smart. A few shows ago, y'all talked out Damian Lillard's name, and I just don't see Dame playing this coming season. Y'all saw on social media what Kyrie Irving said. He was asked a question if he be ready for the playoffs, and Kyrie said he's not sure. He cannot say because he wants to be sure he's completely healthy before he plays. And that's the important thing, to be healthy. I don't want any of these older stars. Yeah, man, come on back for the playoffs. What are you doing that for? You haven't played in February, March, and April, but we want you to come back for the playoffs? No. Oh, no, the question regarding Marcus Smart was regarding a buyout. No, where to go? That's Malik Beasley. He'd be lucky being in the NBA again. Y'all are asking about Jonathan Kuminga. No, he's probably going to go somewhere else where he's going to get paid and minutes. That's not going to be here. That's not going to be here. I do, WK. I think so. Regarding CP, Chris Paul, he might have a chance to get more money somewhere else. But if Chris Paul, he would get consistent minutes with the Rockets, I think, as that first point guard off the bench. But those minutes may not be enough minutes for him. But he'd be, like I said yesterday, he's better than Aaron Holiday for what the Rockets can use, no question. So yeah. Possibly. I don't know if he's gotten over those. I don't know. Could be. So that's another name. Again, veterans who want a chance to win, compete for a championship, the Rockets are now, or once again, on that list. Hey, I want to go play with KD. I want to go play with KD and play for Ime Udoka. There are veterans who want that and be part of this organization. The ambassador to Italy aside. Just leave it at that. No, he wouldn't. I mean, defensively, maybe, but he doesn't address the Rockets' shooting problems or shooting depth. No, not no, no. And hell, Ben Simmons sometimes played small ball 5 with the Clippers. Rockets have enough of those options. They got plenty of those now. They got plenty of options at the 5. Not yet. Reed Sheppard will change people's minds about another guard after Summer League. No. Because hopefully Reed, I don't really care if Reed shines in the Summer League or not. Play with confidence. He's got to get it done in October in training camp and in preseason. Summer League, I think a certain player shined in Summer League and got traded officially today. I mean, what does that prove? Summer League. So what? It's a nice starting point. So, Reed, play with confidence. And that'll be the step I want to see from him in Vegas. Beyond that, get it done in October, and then November, and then December, and January, and February. Let's see. You think Rockets have to gut young core to get Giannis if he becomes available? They're going to have to trade some of that young core to get him if they decide to go that route. So let's not much. Not much. I mean, his rights. The Rockets acquired his rights. Basically, that's how they phrased it. All Reed needs to do is come off the bench and play a solid 14 to 16 minutes a night. And I think he can do that. And I hope he does that. The Rockets are counting on him. He has talent. He's got to play with the confidence. And he has to be better and more physical on defense. Reed has to play with angles defensively, and he cannot be a turnstile. Because if he's a turnstile and is not competitive on defense, then Ime is not going to play him. Those 14 to 16 minutes a night are going to dwindle. So that's part of his development as well. Justin states he thinks Rockets keeping some of the young core is key. Alpi, Jabari, Amen, Reed, Tari. That's the young core. That's the 5 youngsters that are part of the core now. The rest of the squad is veterans, and then you toss in Jayshawn, Tate, and Aaron Holiday, and back part of the bench. All right, everybody. That's going to do it. Agreed. Rockets get Giannis. They still will need a shooter. Yes. I did not watch the game. I'm glad to see what you're saying about Jay and LJ playing well today. That's good. And I think I mentioned to Justin Saturday that the Warriors have 20 players on the roster, the summer league squad. So I think 10 played Saturday and 10 more played today, something like that. So that's a good sign. And then hopefully JVA will be part of the squad, the players that go to Vegas this week. So that's good. I hope that's what happens. LJ is in a safe spot, getting the 2-way contract. JVA is, as far as I know, doesn't have that. So he's got to play well in the California Classic, play well in Las Vegas, and then earn that invite to training camp and then go from there. So Devrick says Rockets fix the defensive lineup, need to keep fixing the offense. Yes. Amen is untouchable. He's about as close as untouchable as a Rockets player can be. But never say never. I mean, Maverick fans thought for forever that Luka was untouchable. Well, we were shown that's we were wrong with that thought. Last couple minutes of this. Do y'all feel like Solo right here? It's crazy how I have to root for KD now after rooting against him. Y'all feel that way now? Is it going to take y'all a while to get used to Kevin Durant being a Rocket player? or is that any concern or anything you had, any bitterness or hate you had for KD has been eliminated today? Today, as soon as it became official that Kevin Durant is playing for your Houston Rockets, that's it. You are good. KD is your man. He's on your team and is ride or die with Kevin Durant. Can I see KD getting traded for Giannis? I mean, anything's possible. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. I'm not sure the Bucks would want 37-year-old Kevin Durant for a 30-year-old Giannis. I kind of doubt that. Brandon says, I feel like he had to be a Rocket in his career, and I'm glad that has finally happened. Oops. Tony, I'm going to get Tony's first. Tony says, nah, if we got Steph Curry, I would feel that way. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Solo, I think that's how Bulls fans felt with Rodman. But how do you feel? How do y'all feel about it? Justin says he won't front. His team hopping is weak. Okay, that's fair. Rather beat the Warriors who eliminated him. He joins them, but you can't pass up Hall of Famer. C837, is this the most Coogs we have seen in the NBA? Well, it's Summer League. So let's see. We got Nate Henson, Jawan, JVA, LJ in Summer League. Jamal Shead. Forgot about Jamal and the Raptors. That's 5. I'm not sure if there's any others. So, yeah, probably. And hopefully, Jamal's going to be with the Raptors. Jarrett's with the Pacers. Quentin's probably going to be with the Sixers again. LJ, stick with the Warriors. Hopefully, JVA does as well. Jawan's chances with the Jazz are probably less, but he got a chance. Maybe more with the G League franchise or in the G League for a while. And then next year, there'll be some more Cougars in the NBA. The worm has turned for Houston Cougars in the NBA. Not too complicated. Was tired of KD killing the Rockets in the mid-range. I have not confirmed. I reached out and haven't got a direct answer about where Malik is. I have not seen, UH hasn't posted anything about him being in any of the NBA summer leagues, and no one else has really given me answers. I'm still trying to find out where he is. But that'll do it, everybody. So Devrick, Herb, Justin, Complicated, Yarrow, Hefe, Nadine, Devrick, CA37, Solo, Tony, Brandon F, Garage Guy, Durantula, Tony, Jamon, everybody, all the members of the Let's Talk Houston Rockets family. always, thank you very much for taking time to chop it up with me, discussing your Rockets and basketball. We're going to do it again probably some point later this week. I'm not sure when, but just keep it locked here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Spread the word about this show. Spread the word about this channel. And I'll say this. If the Rockets, if KD has his press conference this week, then for sure, the night of that press conference will be another Let's Talk Houston Rockets show. That's for sure. But just keep it locked to the Houston Roundball Review. Click on the bell so you are notified when new shows are posted. Going to keep it going throughout July and Summer League. August might slow down a little bit for basketball-wise as I shift gears to UH football for a little bit and then get back in basketball mode, NBA, college, when training camp really kicks in October, media day, and all that good stuff in October for sure. But as always, y'all know it. Thank you again. As my man communicated jokes, since Wilt still played basketball, since I had hair, DPG, thank you for chiming in. I did not mention you. Had a lot of folks chiming in. So hold that to my head and my heart. Thank you for taking time to participate in the conversation, DPG. And everyone, Joseph, you as well. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.